Hi, today we are talking about Panasonic G7. The Panasonic G7 is one of the best cheap cameras under $500. There is a lot of features, 4K video, it can write full HD video 2 hours without any stop. There are a lot of functions. You can customize your picture in your video. You can change photo profiles for video. You can change white balance. You can set up shadows and highlights. It is very interesting camera. It's very interesting camera. But why I sold this camera, and should you buy this camera in 2020 or not? In this video coming up. The first reason why I sold this camera in this year is the bad autofocus. You cannot trust Panasonic G7 anything about autofocus. Doesn't work. If you're shooting video, you should use this camera with manual settings. This camera cannot work in continuous autofocus mode. There is contrast autofocus system, and it is horrible. It is horrible, awful. If you shoot video with Panasonic G7, you should shoot it. You should shoot it in manual focus. Only in manual focus if you want to be in focus. The second reason why I sold this camera, it is depth of field. If you want to blur background, you should choose a PAC camera or full frame camera, but not micro four thirds. It is very hard to blur background with this camera because sensor of camera is small. For example, Canon 200D SL2 blurs background easier. And if you want to blur background, choose full frame camera or APS-C camera. And third reason why I sold Panasonic G7 is a lot of settings. This camera is very flexibility. You can change a lot of settings for customize your video picture profile. There is a lot of settings, but there is too lot of them. That's why so hard to work with this camera, because you should use manual focus, you should use manual white balance, a lot of settings it is not a run and gun camera. If you want to get good picture, you should work under focus system. You should set up lighting, and it is need some time to set up settings, picture profiles, shadows, white balance, etc. And if you need run and gun camera, and you don't want manual focus systems, and if you want to blur your background, Panasonic G7, it is a bad decision for work in 2020. But if you like manual settings, you can get this camera and work with it, and this is very good idea. And it is one of the cheapest cameras on the market, and you can work with it. There is excellent 4K video, and you can and this camera is workhorse. You can make excellent video with this camera, but it is hard for newbies and needs some time for setup this camera for work. If you like this video, please subscribe for the channel, and see you later. Goodbye.